Hey everyone, it's Mike and Denise. We're in walking because there's Canadian wildfires out here on the east coast of the United States, and it's a bad air quality day outdoors. So we're in here getting our aerobic exercise. You can always get it, no excuses. Even if it was raining, we could still be in here, right?
Yeah.
And Denise is gonna read an article, I think, about acrylamide. And if you're like most people out there, you have no idea what that is, and you're gonna find out.
What is acrylamide? Does it cause cancer? What food is it in? Should I avoid it? Acrylamide is a chemical that is found in some foods, and it has been linked to an increased risk of cancer in humans. Studies in rodent models have found that acrylamide exposure increases the risk for several types of cancer. The National Toxicology Program's report on carcinogens considers acrylamide to be reasonably anticipated to be a human carcinogen based on studies in laboratory animals given acrylamide in drinking water.
So it's reasonably, and actually this is something that most people have never heard about. So you know that not a whole lot of studying has gone into this, right?
Yeah,
or work.
Because rat studies don't always have the same outcomes as human studies. So it sounds like
I'm a big rat. That's an exception. That's my joke.
So
Denise, she's lost, I think. Let me also let you know about our free book, Live to 150 at liveto150.org. It's totally free. It talks about your habits and basically how to prevent, halt, and reverse most diseases, believe it or not, based on lifestyle.
all right.
So what do you got?
Toxicology studies have shown that humans and rodents not only absorb acrylamide at different rates, they metabolize it differently as well. So far, reviews of studies done in groups of people, epidemiologic studies, suggest that dietary acrylamide isn't likely to be related to risk from most common types of cancer.
Wait, say it again. Read that exact few words, right? Again. Isn't likely to what?
Isn't likely to be related to risk for most common types of cancer. It's not related to this one review.
The most common types, but there could be a special type. That's what I saw when I read that too. There could be a special type of acrylamide cancer that you get,
Yeah.
It may not be related to the common types that people get, but this could be something different or specialized. They don't know.
Ongoing studies will continue to provide new information on whether acrylamide levels in foods are linked to increased cancer risk. Right now it's not linked, right?
But what they can't say for sure, this is my takeaway. Mike's takeaway is they can't say for sure, but there obviously knows there's some kind of connection. We wouldn't even be having this discussion.
There's a connection in rodent studies, not in human studies.
Yes, and the human studies only say that the most common types of cancer are not brought on necessarily, from what they can tell, by acrylamide. But there may be acrylamide-specific types of cancer. Like, going into coal mines gives you generally lung cancer, not other cancers.
Yeah, so that hasn't been linked yet. Acrylamide forms in some starchy foods during high temperature cooking processes. And this means that foods that are cooked at high temperatures, such as French fries, potato chips, and bread, are more likely to contain acrylamide than foods that are cooked at lower temperatures.
Okay, then they mentioned bread. Just keep that in mind. I didn't think bread before I read this article.
Yeah, because I thought you bake it at like 250, and maybe you bake it at higher temperatures. It is important to note that acrylamide is not just found in fried foods, but also in baked goods such as cookies, crackers, and bread, as well as in roasted coffee beans.
Yeah, so think about this. Cookies, crackers, you got bread, and then coffee, right? I mean, basically, you got to limit the foods that you eat that may contain acrylamide, I'd say. Because I also think that it depends on how much acrylamide you're getting overall in your diet as to whether you're going to tip the balance in favor of cancer. That's what I'm thinking, anyway.
The exact process of how acrylamide creates the cancer disease in the human body is not yet fully understood. However, it is believed that acrylamide damages DNA and causes mutations that can lead to cancer. Acrylamide is metabolized in the body to a compound called glycidamide, which is believed to be the main cause of DNA damage. Given the potential health risks associated with acrylamide, it is reasonable to wonder why there aren't warning labels on all foods that contain acrylamide. The answer to this question is complex. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has set guidelines for acrylamide levels in food, but these guidelines are not enforceable. The FDA has also issued guidance to the food industry.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had any guidelines.
Yeah. Guidance to the food industry on ways to reduce acrylamide levels in food, but these are also not enforceable.
Don't cook it. Eat raw. Eat raw plants, raw vegan.
Air fry at 349.
Yeah, that's right.
Degrees Fahrenheit. In California, acrylamide is on the Proposition 65 list because it can cause cancer. Exposure to acrylamide may increase the risk of cancer. Acrylamide is also on the list because it has been shown to cause reproductive toxicity in laboratory animals.
Okay, that's different than cancer, I guess. So problems with your offspring.
Yeah, problems with fertility. Proposition 65 requires businesses to provide warnings to Californians about significant exposures to chemicals that cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm. To reduce your exposure to acrylamide, it is important to be aware of foods that are most likely to contain it. These include fried foods such as French fries and potato chips, as well as baked goods such as cookies, crackers, and bread, and roasted beans and roasted coffee beans. It is also important to cook foods at lower temperatures whenever possible.
Well, how about teas? Tea's not on the list, so tea would be a better choice for lack of acrylamide, I suppose, than coffee.
It's not roasted.
Okay.
It's also important to cook foods at lower temperatures whenever possible. Foods that are cooked at temperatures above 350 degrees Fahrenheit are more likely to contain acrylamide than foods that are cooked at lower temperatures. In conclusion, acrylamide is a chemical that is found in some foods, and it has been linked to an increased risk of cancer in humans. While the exact process of how acrylamide creates the cancer disease in the human body is not yet fully understood, it is believed that acrylamide damages DNA and causes mutations that can lead to cancer. To reduce your exposure to acrylamide, it's important to be aware of foods that are most likely to contain it and to cook foods at lower temperatures whenever possible. While there are no warning labels on all foods that contain acrylamide, it is important to be aware of the potential health risks associated with this chemical.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of California and a lot of their policies, but if it's on Proposition 65, there must be some truth to this.
Yeah.
You know, it could be one of these things where we just don't know about it. People keep it down. They don't want to talk about it. They love grilling their stuff or whatever, heating up their meats, and they just don't want to hear it. And it's just going to take a long time till this kind of becomes mainstream. It could be one of those things.
Yeah, so don't overcook your toast. It shouldn't be this color
Yeah,
or that color.
there's a picture.
It should be the light golden color.
And if you want to see all of the sources, including the toast, go to either my Facebook timeline, which is Mike Young, or go to our YouTube channel, aPlantBasedDiet.org, and look around the same day where we had published this video. You'll see the picture of the toast, the different shades of acrylamide, I guess, right? I guess there's different levels. They're all acrylamide. I guess there's different levels.
Yeah, and you'll see the links to the sources too. It was cancer.org.
Yeah.
That California 65 website.
And also think, if you're wondering what the hell are you guys talking about, just think of what are grill marks when you grill something.
Yeah,
that's basically what happens. That wasn't there before, right? It's not like there was dirt on your grill, right?
Yeah.
It actually formed by cooking.
I read a long time ago that charred grill stuff is not good for you.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for watching. Give us your feedback in the comments, please. Let us know your thoughts on this. Give us a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.